A boy named Jack watched his sheep from a grassy hill outside the village. He leaned on his wooden staff and kicked small stones down the slope. Below, the village went about its day. The blacksmith hammered iron. The baker swept flour from his doorway. A woman with a red scarf carried bread to the mayor's house. Jack watched them and sighed. He was bored. The sheep ate in silence. Nothing ever happened. He looked toward the forest that framed the edge of the field. It was quiet there too. A dark line of trees stretched under the sky. He thought of a game. He stood, cupped his hands and shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is eating the sheep." The cry echoed through the valley. Tools clattered. Doors opened. Men and women ran from the village with sticks and shovels. They reached the hill breathing hard. "Where is the wolf?" asked the blacksmith. Jack laughed. "There is none," he said. "I wanted to see if you would come." Faces darkened. The baker shook his head. "You waste our time, boy." The crowd walked back, muttering. Jack laughed again. The sound faded into the wind. Days passed. The sun rose high and hot. The sheep lay in the shade. Jack leaned against a tree, half asleep. He thought of the villagers again. He smiled. He stood and shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is attacking the flock." The sound carried through the valley again. The villagers ran as before. The old woman with the red scarf came too. She brought her dog. When they reached the hill, the sheep were calm. Jack laughed harder this time. "You fool us again," said the blacksmith. "Next time we will not come." The crowd walked away. The woman's dog barked once and followed her home. Jack lay back on the grass. He felt clever. He looked at the clouds until sleep came. Late the next afternoon, clouds gathered over the forest. Wind brushed through the trees. The sheep grew restless. They bleated and huddled close. A shape moved between the trees. A wolf stepped out, tall and lean. Its fur was gray and its eyes were yellow. Its ribs showed beneath its coat. Had not eaten in days. Jack froze. His hands shook. He shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! Someone help! The wolf is here!" The sound reached the village. People heard him. The blacksmith frowned and said, "Ignore him." The baker agreed. "He plays with us again." The woman with the red scarf paused, looked at the hills, then turned back to her chores. Up on the hill, the sheep lifted their heads. They stood close together. The wolf stepped from the shadow of the trees. Its fur hung loose over lean ribs. Its eyes burned yellow. It crouched low and crept toward the flock. The grass parted under its paws without sound. Jack froze. His breath caught in his throat. He saw the muscles move beneath the wolf's hide. He saw its teeth flash in the gray light. Then it lunged. Jack could hear the bells on the sheep clang together in panic as the sheep scattered. Hoofs tore through the grass. One sheep tripped, crying out. The wolf landed on it. His jaws closed around the neck. The cry stopped. The wolf swallowed. The sheep slid down its throat in one smooth pull. Its belly stretched and rose under its ribs. It licked its teeth and turned to the rest. The flock ran in circles, bleating in fear. The hill shook with their noise. Jack snatched a stone from the dirt. He threw it. The rock struck the wolf's shoulder. It turned its head toward him. Their eyes met. The wolf's gaze held him in place. It began to walk forward. Each step pressed the grass flat. The round of its stomach moved with what it had eaten. Jack stepped back. His heel caught on a root. He fell. The staff dropped from his hand. He shouted, "Help! Someone, please!" His voice echoed down the valley. The sound faded. The hill stayed empty. The wolf opened its jaws, exposing its wet and pink tongue. Its teeth framed the dark inside of its mouth. Jack crawled backward through the grass, but the wolf closed the space. Caught his foot. The air left his lungs. It tilted its head and swallowed. His legs vanished inside its throat. His hands beat against the ground. The wolf swallowed again. His waist disappeared. He gasped once more, his voice broken. His chest followed. He looked toward the village below. No one came. The wolf lifted its head. With one last gulp, Jack's face vanished. The sound of his shout ended. The hill grew still. The wind moved across the grass again. The flock was gone. The wolf stood alone with a round, full belly that rolled. Small sounds came from inside. The faint bleat of a sheep. The low cry of the boy. The wolf licked its snout. It turned and walked toward the forest. The sunlight caught on its back as it vanished into the trees. The field lay silent behind it. That evening, the villagers climbed the hill to bring the sheep home. The field was empty. The grass was trampled. Feathers and tufts of wool lay scattered. Jack's staff was broken in half. The blacksmith knelt and touched the ground. Large paw prints led into the woods. The woman with the red scarf gasped. He told the truth. The baker looked pale. We left him. The crowd fell silent. Then the blacksmith spoke. We follow the tracks. They moved into the forest. The paw prints led deeper until they reached a cave near the stream. Inside they saw the wolf. It was sleeping on the dirt, its belly swollen and rising with each breath. They heard faint sounds inside. Sheep bleated. A boy cried weakly. The woman whispered, "He is alive." The blacksmith took a pair of shears from his belt. He walked toward the wolf and knelt beside its side. The wolf did not wake. His breathing was deep. He cut the fur, then the skin. Warm air escaped from the belly. Out rolled the first sheep, then another. They were covered in slime but alive. Jack slid out next, gasping and shaking. The woman caught him in her arms. The wolf groaned once and fell still. The villagers gathered around. Jack coughed and looked at them. His voice was hoarse. "You came," the blacksmith said. "We should have believed you." Jack nodded. "I lied before. I will not lie again." They helped him stand. The sheep huddled close to him. Days later, the hill was green again. Jack watched over the flock. The villagers often walked by to check on him. They waved and smiled. The blacksmith repaired his staff. The baker brought him bread. The woman with the red scarf brought her dog to keep watch with him. When Jack called now, the village listened. He never lied again. The people never doubted too quickly again. The cave grew over with moss, quiet and empty. The wolf was gone, but its memory stayed. Jack looked over his sheep as the sun set behind the forest. He kept his eyes on the trees. He had learned to watch, to wait, and to speak only when he must. The bells on the sheep rang softly in the wind. The field was safe.